Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Culture Podcast. And Happy New Year to you guys. It's been a long while. Yes, we know we are back now. Um, my name is Emmanuel Donko, and today I have a special guest with me here, and she is no other than Amit Shika. She's a radio presenter, sex coach, and she will introduce herself.
Okay, so I'm a presenter. I'm a certified sex coach. I'm an author. I'm a party host. And I have a lot of other things I do. I'm an entrepreneur too.
Wow. Now, today on the podcast, we are discussing about loneliness and unloneliness in adulthood. Have you been lonely before? How did you feel? Were you depressed? What measures did you take to overcome that? You are going to learn. I mean, welcome to the Culture Podcast.
Thank you for having me on the Culture
It's your
Podcast.
first time being on this podcast.
Yeah.
On this podcast, we digest, we shake tables, we talk your mind. So feel free and talk your mind.
Okay.
All right. Now, at what age did you feel or you realize there's adult sorry, let me take it again. At what age did you first realize adulthood could feel this lonely? And why did that moment hit you so hard?
I think that you start noticing loneliness after school.
School, after school.
Yes, after school, after university,
Okay.
when you enter into the working world and you start living alone, and everybody just has their lives going on. And then you start to see that everybody has their issues they're dealing with. And maybe you move away from where you grew up. So you don't have access to the company that you would usually have when you were younger. Like, let's say I'm living with my family. I have my mommy, I have my dad, I have my siblings around that. I mean, when I'm home, they're there. When I'm in class, I have my friends, my classmates. It's less likely for you to feel alone. It is when after school I'm working and you go to work and you come home and then you are alone at home, and sometimes you feel like you don't really have someone to talk to, or maybe you might chat with people because of course social media, especially if maybe you have some following and people interact with you. But sometimes when you're going through something and you really need somebody to talk to, like you're going through emotional distress, you are sad, you just emotionally you need to talk to somebody, and you realize that there's really no one to talk to, not because there's nobody that cares for you. Maybe in that moment, you just feel like you don't want to burden them. Yeah. So I think that usually after school, when we get into the working world, maybe sometime mid-20s, late 20s, above that, you might start to experience, or you might experience some form of loneliness
But
sometime.
let me ask you, have you feel lonely before?
I have felt lonely before.
How did you overcome it?
Overcome it. In moments where I'd feel lonely, those were low moments. I have experiences with depression. Yeah.
Depression.
I've had moments where I feel so low, no energy. Your mind is telling you're worthless, like telling you very, very self-degrading things. Telling you like negative things and reminding you of your faults, reminding you of things that you've done that you are not so proud of, like the negatives in your life instead of focusing on the positive. In such moments, just because because depression needs an outlet.
Yeah.
Just because you are like, because it happens, like such thoughts come in when you are indoors alone. And so I live alone. So
But are you an introvert? Or
I
you are
am
extrovert?
not
You are not an introvert.
me. I am never an introvert. I'm a very loud, I'm an extrovert. I'm the hyper life of the party. If I'm in a space, you would know me, you would see me. It's hard for me on times where I want to be invisible, at times that I'm noticed the most. So I'm not an introvert. So my experience with loneliness is when I'm depressed and maybe I'm not dating, I'm single, and I'm in need of some companionship, somebody. Because as a human being, like we crave companionship sometimes. We crave having somebody to talk to every day, tell how your day went. Like I've gone home from work. Like when you don't have anybody like that, and you are also depressed, you can feel very lonely, and it's not a nice
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah.
For overcoming it, in times like that, I'll just take walks or go to maybe somewhere in my neighborhood that I know, because I make friends easily. So then I'll just go hang with somebody in my neighborhood.
But as these thoughts come into your mind, like you want to commit suicide, does that thought come into your mind
I have
when
been
you are lonely?
no.
Especially those who are depressed and lonely.
Well,
See, when you are depressed or lonely, these thoughts come into your mind that uh you feel like nobody don't,
nobody's there for
yeah,
you,
doesn't
and
want
then
to listen to
you
you and other to say you want to commit suicide, you want to end it all. Has that thing happened to you before?
I've been depressed a lot of times. I think that it's something that I don't mind sharing, because I feel like it's important for other people who are going through it to know that they are not alone, and that people who appear happy and all put together can go through it too. I have had suicidal thoughts before, like a number of times. I'm not depressed right now, but I've had moments where I just felt like I was tired. Usually, when I'd get to that point, the word I would say is I'll just feel so tired.
Let me
I'd
share
feel
this.
lost. You too?
Yeah, in 2024, I nearly committed suicide
What
because
happened? Is it a breakup?
not a breakup. I wasn't dating that then, but
Okay.
I feel like nothing was working. No, nothing was not working. Anything I touch or anything I do,
It was just
it's
failing.
even when I take the Bible and read,
It
it
falls.
falls. I don't understand. I don't feel anything. So I took leave from work, went home to end it all. Lucky I was about to end it, and my boss called and asked me what is wrong with me. Like, how am I doing?
Wow. So that call saved your
That call
life.
saved my life. If it hasn't been that call, like by now, I've done stupid
Something.
thing
I'm so glad you did not.
and later on when I came back to work, I was my boss introduced me to a psychologist to go and see a psychologist. So I went there, saw the psychologist. We spoke. I told my worries and everything to her, and she gave me some solutions to take. Big shout out to Madam Ethel Travel. He's a was a psychologist. She spoke to me.
She helped you
She helped
overcome
me
it.
to overcome that suicide thoughts. Like if it wasn't her, like
You would have. I'm so glad you didn't do that, and I'm so glad I get to meet
yeah,
you and we work together. So yeah, you see, that's why check in. It's important for us to check in, because sometimes that moment where somebody comes to mind, that you call them to say, "Hi, it's been a while. How are you doing?" That reminds them that, oh, at least somebody
somebody,
cares
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, or maybe in that
At that time, I
moment,
was the only one in the house.
see that.
No one was there.
Usually,
Nobody.
you are alone when such thoughts come.
Yeah,
And in
it's
a split second, you might just do something
something
that
that.
would
Yeah,
just
yeah,
take you
yeah,
away.
yeah.
So, I mean, we should all endeavor to check in on our loved ones, especially the ones who seem the happiest. When they are going through it, they find it the hardest to reach out to others, because the people that's usually people reach out to talk to, sometimes they feel like, yeah, everybody comes to me to share their problems with me. I know everybody's problems. Why do I want to burden them when I know the problems they are dealing with? So let's endeavor. So yeah, me, I've had suicidal
Suicide
thoughts,
thoughts.
and I'm glad that I would just in my head I would say, on this day I'm just gonna end it all, just because I just felt like I was tired. Because life is so hard. It gets so hard
very hard.
sometimes. Sometimes you feel lost. Sometimes there was a time that I felt like I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I felt lost. I felt like I didn't really have a sense of direction. And it's exhausting. It's so frustrating. And when you feel like you put in so much work and things are just still so hard, you just feel like, why not end it now?
Yes.
So, yeah. I'm glad that I was able to put through a lot of such moments. Sometimes what would help me is I've been in therapy before.
Yeah.
I have been in therapy before. I have had people to talk to. Luckily for me, thanks, I have some very nice friends that I have one friend, when she's not hearing from me in a while, she panics. And so when I'm going through it, I'm able to talk to her. Like she constantly checks on me. And she's made it such that I can open up to her. And so I'm grateful for that. My best friend knows when I'm not okay. She is able to guess I post a lot on social media, Snapchat. She's able to guess when I'm down, and yeah, I'm grateful for that. So let's know our friends and know certain patterns, because everybody goes through it sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. What is the difference between being alone and feeling lonely?
Okay, so being alone is a physical state. If I was here and you weren't here, I'm alone.
You're alone, yes.
Yeah. But loneliness is a mental state, because you can be in a room full of people and feel lonely because you don't feel seen emotionally.
You can be in the midst of people.
You can be
feel lonely.
You can be filled with, like, you can be at a party or with your family and feel so alone because you don't feel so seen. You feel so alienated from everybody. Nobody knows what's really wrong with you. You can't talk to anybody. That makes you feel so lonely because the things bothering you, you can't let it out to anybody. You understand?
What's the common lie adults tell themselves about why they don't reach out?
One would be that I don't want to burden them. Because a lot of times when you're going through it, our minds can be our worst enemy. Your mind is like, because depression needs an outlet.
Oh, yeah.
When you share, when you talk about it, you feel better.
Yeah.
When you cry about it, you feel better.
You feel better, yeah.
But because talking about it will make you feel better, your mind is telling you that if I call Ima right now, Ima is already dealing with a lot. Why do I want to call Ima and tell Ima my problems? Do I want to stress Ima out the more? That is it. Maybe just the person listening to you, or maybe the person could have some words, suggestions for you, or the person could come and say, oh, let's go here. Because a lot of times stepping out, leaving the room, the house, liberates, it comforts you a bit. If it helps you feel better. Just taking a walk, it helps you feel better. So feeling like, oh, I don't want to be a burden on them. And then nobody cares about me. And what else? Yeah.
Well, if you have someone who tell you that whatever you need, call upon him or her, do you call, or do you sometimes feel like this person is there, I don't want to bother him because he's also having his own issue there, so you just leave it and solve it on your own?
Well, for somebody who has been depressed a lot, I've had people tell me that, like bare people tell you, oh, if you need anything, if you ever need to talk, let me know. But
not in money wise, but
yeah, they tell you just because they know you have your moments where you need somebody. In moments where I'm going through it, my mind just tells me they are just saying those words because they want to seem like they care.
But some are genuine.
Some people are actually genuine. It's just that your depressive mind is not your actual everyday mind. Your depressive mind is working against you. So anything can tell you just to make you drown or go further deeper in that hole that you are in. It will tell you. That's why sometimes they tell you that when you are depressed, do the opposite of what your mind is telling you. Or believe the opposite of what your mind is telling you. Because you will look in the mirror and your mind will tell you you are very ugly. So if your mind is saying you're ugly, you say, no, I am beautiful. If your mind is saying you're worthless, no, you say, I'm very
What if
worthy.
your mind is saying, go and commit suicide?
Then you said, no, I deserve to live. Let me call my mom and check on her, or go and see my mom or see my friends. You see, because your depressed mind is telling you, is basically trying to shut you down until you are able to overcome it or pull yourself out of it or get some support. Sometimes you need someone to pull you out of it because at the time, some people wait it out. But it's if right now you're watching this and you feel depressed, or I think one of the keys is get up, go somewhere, leave, like don't be alone, go somewhere that like you can talk to somebody, like be in nature, talk to, like take a walk and talk to yourself, like let it all out because it needs an outlet. Once you keep it in, it's eating you up.
Oh, let me um now let's go into relationship. If you are dating and you are depressed, you the lady or the guy is depressed.
Mm-hmm.
The lady said if you are depressed or if you have anything that you feel like you want to discuss, come to her. The guy too also say the same thing. When you are heavily depressed, is it necessary or is it important to go to your guy or your woman to tell him or her that, oh, this is what I'm going through, can you help me out, this and so and so?
Well, I think that
Meanwhile, the other partner or the other guy or lady is also going something heavier than you. What will you do?
I think that the
Go to him or her, or still you feel like, oh, let me leave it, let me go to someone else to go and seek for help.
a good relationship is a relationship where you can be there for each other and hold space for each other and be able to see certain traits and identify that my man is not okay. Because
How will you know if your man is not okay?
there's lots of signs of depression. One is the person has low energy. You lose interest in things that you usually love. When I am depressed, I am not my bubbly self. I just want to be in bed. I don't want to go out. It's just stressful for you. Like everything is it's just too much work. Everything is like it's so much pain to just get up and even go to the washroom. Do you understand? You notice a difference. So a good relationship, a good partner is able to tell that, wait, you're not yourself. You tell her, let's go here. No, I'm not interested. I'm not in the mood. Um, the songs that she likes, like she's just down. The energy is just so low. There are patterns. Like as a relationship, like the kind of relationships that everybody deserves is a kind of relationship where when you are low, like mentally or emotionally, your partner is able to identify it and come and tell you, I am here. I know that you are not okay. Hug you and tell you that I am here. Because sometimes you're depressed, you don't even know how to put what's going on in your head into words. So they might ask you, what is going on? Or like you're saying that, should you tell your partner about it? Maybe like you just feel numb. One side of depression is feeling numb. Like there's nothing at all. You can't feel you can't react to anything. You can't react to anything. The things that usually move you don't move you anymore. Somebody can have an accident. You're just watching. You're just numb. Like it's one of the worst things because you want to feel something. So when as a partner, when you know something like that, you let her know I am here. Or you like get up, force them to get up, take them to the bathroom, help them shower, take them to get their favorite things. Or they're an ice cream joint. Let's take a walk. Let's go for a drive. That is what we can do for each other. If both of you are depressed, I think that depressed people understand depressed people better. That way, it's like, because if I'm depressed and I know you get depressed too, I can open up to you easily because I know you understand what I'm going through. Because there are some people that will dismiss your
But there
feelings
are some people
because they don't
that they don't want to
understand
open
it.
up to you. You ask them what is wrong with you.
Because sometimes it's hard to share. Sometimes it's not easy. So what you have to do is tell her that I know that it might be hard or you might not want to tell me what's going on, but you are not okay. But I'm here for you. If you need me, just call me. Make yourself available. Get them to get them to not be alone because their thoughts would keep tormenting them. What we can do is to just be there. Let them know I am here. If anything, just call me. I will come. Drag them out of the house. Take them somewhere. Take on a drive, ice cream, like something just to make them feel like less alone because your presence means that they are not alone. They will start to acknowledge it.
What does it mean to outgrow the people you once loved the most?
I think that in life, as the years go by, as we change careers, as we attain success, as education, as we grow, as the years go by, we change, and as the changes happen, or as we get exposed to a lot of things, or as like our time becomes so limited. You might move away from where your old friends used to live. It gets to a point where it's not that you wanted the friendship to end or you wanted to alienate yourself from there. It's just life happening where at this point in your life, you are not so aligned anymore. That in the end, it's like the friendship does not really work because you are in different places in your life or time constraints and just life is happening that at this point in your life, you don't really have anything going to keep you together. I feel like as time goes, sometimes like falling out of, sometimes you get to a point where you're like, oh, at a point, some friends, you just realize that you've drifted away from them. It's not in your own doing. You love them. It's just that maybe your interests don't align anymore. Maybe your level of success and their level of success has gotten to a point where, like, it just does not see eye to eye. Or you are not able to talk about anything. It's like your conversations, it just does not work. Do you understand?
Let's say like you have a goal and you want to achieve it. So you use that time or that at first you guys are used to be going out,
yeah.
going like too close.
So
But
maybe
because maybe you have a goal to achieve or you have something that
or maybe you don't have time. You are not
yes.
finding, or you travel a lot. It can just happen that you life makes it happen that you are not so aligned anymore, and you might not hate each other, but it's just that you are not as close
But
anymore.
some people will not understand.
Some people they take offense and they
Take it
become
too personal,
they
like,
become
oh,
so bitter that you
yes,
ditched me.
yes.
But sometimes it's just life happening. It's not deliberate. Everybody is busy. Maybe we used to hang a lot, go out on weekends, go partying. But now this person is not having any time. Maybe the person has gotten married. Now they become so consumed with their immediate family life. There's too many issues. They are going through it. There's no time or no space to add your partying, your outing, your gossiping. And so after a while, it's like you're not so aligned anymore. So then it feels like they've cut you off. It's not like they've cut you off. It's just life happening.
But it's possible to be genuinely be happy while lonely. Can you be happy at the same time lonely?
You can be alone and happy. Lonely, the lonely word is a negative
Or
word
you are just
because
lying
it's
to
you are
yourself that, oh, I'm lonely, but still I'm happy.
no, you're using the wrong word. You can be alone and happy. Loneliness is a negative word. Loneliness, mentally, you feel so alone and isolated from everything. It's an emotional state. Do you get? You can be alone and feel so peaceful and be happy. So it's your mental and emotional state. Sometimes you need professional help. Sometimes too, it can be that you need some social life. You've isolated yourself from everybody. You human beings, we need, our social life is an important part. You need to start finding things to do that will bring you some human interactions, because we need it. If not, it could kill you.
My final question. So we were told that find your passion, build your career. Why does it feel like being at the top feels so lonely to the person?
Maybe because while you were trying to get there, you pushed everybody away, or you were too focused on getting to your goal that you did not try to sustain any of the friendships you had. You even when you had relationships, you said, I don't care about relationships. All I care about is where I'm going get into. You have family, you don't even talk to your family or try to go and see them because, yeah, I'm trying to get to this goal or have this amount of money in my account. That's what I'm saying, that social interactions are important as human beings. You cannot be alone for like a whole year and be
But
mentally
some
happy.
I've seen some people who can be lonely.
No, you're saying lonely. They can be alone,
Okay,
not
they can be
lonely.
alone, not
Yes,
lonely. Okay, sorry.
lonely. Yeah.
So they can be alone for the whole year, not talking to anyone, not
Are you sure they never talk to anybody?
well,
And
they can
then
talk to their family, but
exactly, that makes you feel less alone. At least, yeah, you still need some form of interaction. They're talking to your family. Family time is very good mentally. Like personally, when I spend time with family, it restores me emotionally and mentally. I'm happier because this is blood. These are people that
you
you
relate with them.
you genuine. That's where you're coming from. So far as you are having the interactions, if it's virtually,
But aside from family, the person may be alone, not talking to friends, not going anywhere, being indoors. But
mhm.
family, they talk to the family.
Yeah, they're
But
still getting some
with
interactions.
friends, no.
They're
Don't,
still getting some. Some people don't have friends, but they don't feel alone. They have a lot of family. They have people that they are constantly talking to, that check on them, that make them feel less alone. So even though they are physically alone, these are people that they know that I have. That's my family. These are people that at any point I'm going to them. Do you understand? So it's not about physically being alone. Because if it was about that, then I mean, it's your mental and emotional state.
okay. Now, your final words to someone who is depressed, being lonely, and thinking about committing suicide and all, what are your advice for that person?
First, I'm so sorry you feel this way. You do not. Life can be so crazy, and I want you to know that you are not alone. A lot of people that you might be seeing and envying have been in your shoes. I have been there. It doesn't mean you are weak. The strongest people have been at where you are. They were able to get back up. What I want to tell you is that it's not the end of the road for you. Like, I don't care how bad the situation is, how worthless you're feeling, how it feels like there's no way to get back up. But life is some way, oh, you never know when things will just change. Just keep the hope alive, even if it's the tiniest bit of hope. Keep it alive and do not give up yet. Because once you have life, something can happen. Take it one day at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Do not compare yourself with other people. You never know the people that you're comparing yourself with, the things they have to deal with themselves. Social media does not give us the full picture of what's going on in anybody's lives. The media, traditional media, social media, no, you never get 100%. We have seen moments where people have seemed happy, and you chat with them and they tell you what they are dealing with, and you start to thank God about your own situation. Sometimes what you need to do is talk to somebody. Depression and suicidal thoughts, they need an outlet. When you keep it in, they eat you up. You see? So talk to somebody. If you cannot talk to somebody, journaling is great. Write it down. If every single day, just write down how you are feeling, letting it, that's an outlet. Taking a walk and talking to yourself. Have an earpiece in your ears. Let people think you are mad. Talking to yourself, that's an outlet. Chatting with somebody on social media, even if it's an anonymous app, you are just letting it out on. Do it. Finding a random person on social media who wants to listen to you. Do it. Reaching out to your friends, your family. You might think that people have their burdens, but they care. They care. It's just that life is some way that everybody has things they're dealing with. But it does not mean that when you are at your lowest, they would not come and pull you out of it. If there's no one to talk to, reach out to me. I will lend the listening ear, because I do not think that you should die just because of the situation you're in. I think that you can get back up and you look back and say that, wow, I cannot believe I was able to overcome or survive that. You are strong, you are a survivor, and amazing things will come your way. Just keep on holding on, okay?
You are strong. You are surviving.
You're a survivor, you're amazing.
Yes. Also add prayers to it. You pray.
Yeah, it
Seek
depends on your faith.
professional.
Yeah, praying is because at least that's an outlet too. Pray and let it all out. It's an outlet. Do not keep it. It will eat you up.
Wow. Thank you very much, Amish,
Thank
for
you
your,
too for
for
having
your
me.
beautiful encouragement to the people out there. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. What are your own last words?
My own last word. Oh, when you are depressed, I beg you, seek for professional
Yeah.
help. Pray, seek for professional help. And also, as she said, when you're feeling lonely or when you are depressed, just go out,
Talk
walk,
to
talk to
somebody.
someone, and also like be sociable. All right? Be sociable. Thank you very much for watching.